Hey guys, how you doing? This is Tevin from Simple Forex Options coming to you guys today with another video. It's an honor to be with you guys as always. I love producing content for you guys as long as I have good content to find or good content to think about. As you guys can see right here up on the screen, this is something that I've actually shown you guys in one of my videos that I talked about before. The website is called mataf.net, which is mataf.net. And they have a bunch of different tools that you can find. I actually use a lot of these tools in my trading. And to be honest with you, my trading wouldn't be as good as it is without these tools. Now, just to kind of give you guys an update on what's going on, one thing you guys still want to check out, my book is still out. It's of course, it's the ultimate guide to Forex investing. It's been out for a couple months now, probably about going on 2 months now. And a lot of people have been buying it. A lot of people like it. I've been getting some really good reviews and feedback on it. And it's a very, very simple, clean-cut guide to kind of give you a really good introduction to Forex trading. It's only 23 pages from start to finish. And to be honest with you, that's all you have to worry about. It's content and it's pictures, like kind of things to help you, truly understand what's going on in the Forex markets and to also give you a better idea of how you can actually begin trading as soon as possible. Now, with the group lately, things has actually been pretty good in my honest opinion. We've been making, honestly, since the beginning of the year, we have been making a lot of adjustments, but we have mostly been fine-tuning some things, mainly due to the fact of adding in Forex a couple of months ago. There are things you have to fine-tune with Forex to make sure that you're getting the proper risk to reward ratio, that you're not risking too much to make too little, but you're not risking too little to try to make too much. But then also too that you are trading the proper pairs that fits your strategy and that fits the way that you personally like to trade. I could tell honestly from this week, we started off because also guys, you guys want to check out my other video when I talked about how you could be $1 million trader. How you could become a millionaire as a trader. And it's very, very possible. I explain in details, give you guys the numbers, all of this stuff throughout the video so that you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. And it's possible for anybody. And that's the reason why I made the video, to kind of show people that it's possible for anybody. But yeah, what I was more so getting to is when it comes to trading, we look to gain that 10% to 40% per month. Professional traders, they are looking to gain that 10% per month, which for them is very conservative, but it's also a good amount of money when you spend it out over a year, because over a year you're coming out with 100 to 120% returns. And for most professional traders, they're investing a lot more money than some other people may be investing. So a lot of them are starting off with a lot more capital, and because they're starting off with a lot more capital, they actually are more appreciative of their 10% per month, rather than somebody who's starting off with small capital, may be appreciative of that per month. So as you guys know, that's one thing I always talk about. If you start off with a smaller balance and smaller capital, you should be more worried about your win percentage, and the kind of returns, the percentage of returns you're getting, and not so much focus on the actual account itself. The account is going to build up over time and it's going to get to the place that it needs to be, but you need to be more so focused on trading the right way and doing the right thing and making sure that you're getting the percentage returns that's just in line with those professional investors. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about, with that being the 20 to being the 10 to 40% that my signals group that we look for per month, we actually, it's crazy. The first 2 days this week alone, we are, for Forex, not for Nadex, but for Forex, we are already up. We have already gotten 30% returns on just the 2 days of this week. So just to let you know, it's very possible, and the reason why that's the case is because I actually changed up the 2 pairs that I was using for Forex just to get a little bit more suitable pairs. And I'm actually going to talk to you guys about how this play into my decision making in that, so you guys can actually see how this indicator class that I'm talking about, which is the Forex volatility indicator, how this class could be very helpful for you in your training to help you make decisions. If you guys do not know, in the Simple Forex Options educational group, I am now offering daily recommendations. They are not signals. They are not any of that. They are just daily recommendations, and that's it. Actually, I post them on my site every morning at 8:30, and I post them. Give me a second, and I post them in the educational group every day at 8:30. If you guys want a good idea of what they're looking like, I'll show you guys right here. Bam. You can see right here every single day on my website, you're going to see daily recommendations at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it'll show you right here, GBP USD daily. This is just a signal. So it's a different, it's not a signal, I'm sorry. This is just a pair. It's a different pair every single day, whatever I deem to be the most suitable trending pair for that day. So I give you guys the RSI, the stochastics RSI, the MACD, or moving average convergence divergence, the ADX, the Williams R percentage or percentage R or whatever, the CCI commodity chain index, ATR, which is average true range, highs and lows, and then ultimate oscillator, ROC, and bull and bear power. And then also, as you guys can see right here, it'll say sell, 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 near mid, neutral, sell, sell, little volatility, sell, near mid. Near mid just means that it's near zero, which means that it's probably at a point of crossing over, or a point of just crossing over into the sell side. It could be either or. The ultimate oscillator, of course, it has a buy right here. Now, what I intended to do was to make this green, actually. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have them color coordinated with their direction so that you guys can have a really good idea of what they're looking like. And then also has sell too as well right here. Now, if you guys want to go to the group and see it, or if you guys want to join the group, all you have to do is click right here. And there's other links that you can click on, and it will take you to this group, Simple Forex Options. And as you guys can see, this is where we're at right here. Let me cancel this out. This is where we're at right here. And the group has actually gotten a lot of attention, man. We're sitting at about right now, and we actually get members. I get members by the dozens every single day. And we're at about 3,658. And you guys, I only started this group a couple months ago, and it's actually booming. If you guys want more information or anything else on my website, it's not the whole website, of course, but as you guys can see, this is the book that I was telling you guys about, The Ultimate Guide to Forex Investing. You can actually get that here, and you can find that Buy Now button down here at the bottom. And also, to it, we have other tabs up here at the very top on your top right. Of course, we have the About Me, we have services, which you guys see the different services that Simple Forex Options offers. Of course, I have the Signal service and also the free educational group, but also give other, the recommendations. I might toss that up there too as well. And educational classes, of course, these are the indicator classes, and I have them in a playlist. This playlist is connected to my YouTube channel, and you can actually find it here on this website. So if you actually wanted to find them in one central location, you could come here, and all you have to do is click on the video, and it'll start playing, and you could go through all of those classes. So this is very, very useful information. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I'll be shocked if people don't use it. It's free. So you can't get mad at that. If something's free, just go ahead and use it, make good use of it, and get the best that you can out of it. So let's get into this indicator class. What we're going to be talking about is the Forex Volatility Indicator. And I actually showed you guys this briefly before as a means of a tutorial to add on something to your trading system. Now, one thing that you guys want to keep in mind, that these numbers and stuff is not set in stone. All it is averages, and it's showing you a different average of what you can expect from different markets. And if you have a certain pair that you want to trade and you want to have an idea of how much it can move in just one day, this is the perfect indicator for you, because it'll allow you to choose your risk to reward ratio, how much pips you want to risk to how much pips you want to gain, and you want to use those averages to be able to make the best, most profitable decision for yourself. So first thing that you'll notice right here, this is just showing a trend. Now all is showing you for the past 10 weeks, because that's the setting that's set right now. You can set it to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 months, a couple years, whatever it may be. But as you guys can see right here, this is the settings that you're getting right now. It's just showing you the trend over the past 10 weeks. Same thing right here, showing you the trend over the past 10 weeks. Same thing right here, trend over the past 10 weeks and trend over the past 10 weeks. It gives you an idea of what kind of direction you want to be trading. Now, if you want to lengthen it down to put in the past 2 weeks, you can actually do that and get an idea from that. Over here, this is just showing you the pairs that you wanna have right here in this section, and the ones that you don't. So as you can see right here, same pairs that's right here is the same pairs as over here. And the reason why they're switched up is because these are the pairs that I'm currently trading and messing with. What you're gonna find if you kind of scroll down a little bit, this is showing you what the markets or the average market volatility over the past 10 weeks for the certain pair that you have clicked, which is well, this is a Euro USD right now. So let me move to the Euro AUD. As you guys can see, this is showing you the volatility and a certain volatility or movement that you're getting from a certain pair of every hour throughout the day. The bar that's highlighted is the current hour that we're in. Because it's 8 o'clock, this hour is going to show from 8 o'clock, or maybe because I haven't refreshed the page. Yeah, it's going to show for that time. Now, this is in GMT time, just a heads up. So you have to translate it to your own time to see what the markets is moving like for that day. And if you go down, you're going to see right here, this is showing the highlighted bar is the day that we're on. So it's the second day of the trading week, which is Tuesday. But so it's going to show you the market volatility and the market movement for every single day. So you're going to see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And as you can see right here, this on average on every single Tuesday for the past 10 weeks, the average high and low, or the volatility or pip movement that you're going to get from the Euro AUD is about 97.7 pips. The same thing on Monday, you're going to get about 96 pips. On average, on Wednesday, you're going to get about 109 pips. And on average, on Thursday, you're going to get 120 pips, and on average on Friday, you're going to get 115 pips. As you can see from this pair and most pairs that you find, most of their movement goes on in between Wednesday and Thursday. That's when they're the most volatile, the most strongest moving. And it's crazy for us because this pair and the other pairs that we have been trading, the other Forex pair have been trading, have been moving very well the first 2 days this week. But I'll tell you the reason why we've actually been getting the success with these two pairs that we've been getting so far, and it's because of the help of this indicator. Now, when you're choosing the Forex pair that you want to trade, you want to stick in line with something that you can see a consistent movement with throughout the whole day or throughout every single hour. The reason being is because you want every hour to be an opportunity for it to hit your take profit and to get you in the profit that you're looking for. When you have a pair, something like for example, the All JPY that moves consistently throughout the day, but if you have a pair like the USD CAD, you will notice that most of its movement is around that Euro to US session, because the USD session is in New York time and the Canadian session is in New York time as well. So the thing is, because those pairs are not mix and match with different overseas pairs, they're kind of local in the same spot, in the same time frame. Most of its movement and most of its trading times and news, that's the real bigger thing, the news, all of that stuff will be going on in this real small amount of time. And you're really going to get 1 hour, as you guys can see on average, you're going to get 1 hour of legitimate movement and volatility. All of the other hours will be kind of stagnant and slow to be kind of going down. These are the pairs that you want to stick to for binary. If you're trading binary, you want to stick to something like this, to where it gives you a small amount of movement, but it's not too small, but it's small enough to get you that ITM for the time that you are looking for, but it's not too small to where the markets is going nowhere. And also too, the only reason I chose the All JPY is because it gives you the consistent movement that you're looking for, but also it's kind of light on the news, and the news happens way before our expiry. If you guys don't know, we're on Nadex, our signals expire at 3 p.m. the very next day. We're posting them at 4 p.m. right before the daily candle open, and they're closing at 3 p.m. the very next day, right before the next daily candle come in. It's a couple hours before, but right before the next daily candle come in. But the thing that's beautiful for us is that we don't have to worry about those last minute spikes or last second stuff, which actually does tend to happen sometimes with binaries. But for us, I've strategically chose pairs that I know for a fact that it's kind of calmed down around that time and has chosen their direction within a couple of hours of entering. So if they do reverse, it's going to reverse due to U.S. news or Canadian news, and that can actually work in our favor. So who knows? So that's actually the two pairs that I stick with for binary, which is the all JPY and the USD CAD. The Euro AUD and the GBP Chef is the pairs that I stick to for Forex, mainly because they're stronger moving pairs and they move a little bit more consistently. As you guys can see right here, the all JPY is around 67 pips per day. This is on average what you're going to get from this pair, and the USD CAD will get you on average about 90 pips per day. Now, if you're trading Forex, you want something that's going to at least get you about over 100 pips per day. If you go any lower than 100 pips, it's going to be very, very hard for you to get the kind of movement that you want. And when you get something that gives you about 100 pips per day, you want to get at least, you want your take profit to be at least 50 to 60% of that. So for example, if the GBP Chef moves 110 pips per day, you want your take profit to be at about 60 to 70 or 70 pips. If you see that the Euro all moves about 104 pips per day, you want your take profit to be at about 60 to 65 pips. The reason why I say that is because if you put your take profit too much, it's going to take a really long time for it to actually hit that take profit, and you're going to be dealing with that daily in and out volatility, because one day, even if the markets are in a downtrend, they can have a retracement and then come back, and you don't want that retracement to actually hit your stop loss or to take you out of the trade. So that's why the timing that you enter is very ideal, and actually you're supposed to be entering at a good time. And also too, you want your trades to be done and finished within 8 hours to 48 hours. You don't really want it to go longer than 48 hours. If it does, that's fine. We had a couple trades that went on for probably about 3 days in the Forex realm, but they still hit our take profit. But it's because we had to deal with the retracement, and then it had to go right back down to hit our take profit. And that's one thing that you want to avoid. Now, right now, we are doing 150% return, mainly because I found that that's kind of the sweet spot for Forex investing. When you start to stretch it out, then your win rate starts to fall dramatically, and you don't know when you're going to win the next trade. You're just hoping that the markets go your way. And I also found too that when you're risking little to make much, sometimes your trade and your call could be perfectly correct. I remember last week we had a trade because we were risking 50 to make 100, so it was doing that 2-to-1 ratio. And of course, we had different pairs. I had the GBP, JPY, and the Euro NZD, which are much more volatile pairs. They'll give you stronger movements, but the movements is very, up and down. You want something that moves strong, but that moves strong and trends in a very good direction. And it's crazy because the USD CAD is one of the most trendiest pairs that you can ever find. When it starts its direction, it's usually going to stick in that way. But one thing we found last week, our take profit, literally, we were looking for 100 pips to take profit on. It literally reached probably about 95 or 4 pips within the take profit, and then it reversed and turned around. So I felt like that was probably like an inside job. I don't know. But it literally missed our take profit. And I also saw, stuff reach up to 50 pips, 60 pips, 70 pips, and then it will reverse, and then you end up getting stop loss. It will reverse all the way back and hit that stop loss. So one thing I realized from last week, just a minor adjustment we made from last week into the week before, is that our take profit levels was a little bit too ambitious. So what I did was I used this tool to be able to average out a take profit that I want, while also using trending pairs that gives me the good amount of movement that I want. So as you guys can see, give you guys an example, because the GBP PEF and the Euro AUD Chef and the Euro AUD are very similar in movement. One of them just moves 5 pips more than the other throughout the day. What I decided to do was to make it to where we're getting a 40-60, which means that we have a 40 pip stop loss, but we also have a 60 pip profit. And then, of course, you're going to be trading $1.25 per pip for every $1,000 that you're investing. That will get you right around the 5% risk that I recommend for my signals. So it really means that if your stop loss hits, you're going to be losing 50 pips, which is 5%. But if your take profit hits, you're going to be getting 75 dollars, $75 per every $1,000, which is about 7 point, of course, which is 7.5% ROI. Now the past 2 days, because of the trades that we've been taking, we've been pretty much all of our take profits is hit for all 4 of our signals in the past 2 days, which is amazing. They've entered very early, like we've been planning them to, and they also took profit early, probably within 8 to 24 hours sometimes. But they took, of course, because they haven't went over to the next day, but they took profit relatively early. And now we're looking at right now, just this week alone, 30% return already, which is very good. And this, I'm telling you, this is just from 2 days of trading. You're getting 30% return when you're looking to get 10 to 40% per month. That's what professionals are looking. They're looking to get that 10% per month. So we are actually in line and actually doing better just from 2 days. So like it goes to show you, when you have the right strategy in mind, you also have the right setup, and you're actually formulating your trades correctly, you can get some really good returns. So yeah, like I said, all you want to do is you want to do the subtraction. So for example, we're going to average these out at 100 because they're close to 100. And the way I have these is that our take profit is at 60 pips and our stop loss is at 40 pips. I'm sorry, the reason why I have it that way is because if we were to get in on the beginning of that daily candle, right? Let's say, for example, we get in just when the daily candle was opening or beforehand, because that's the time that we're actually entering on our signals. If we get in on that daily candle or that daily open, we're going to find that our strike or our pair is going to be moving within this candle. Let me switch back to the Euro alt so you can see what I'm talking about. We're giving ourselves an ample amount of time for us to get 60 pips. Now, mind you, it's going to move on average a 97.7 pips per day in either direction. That can be counting the sell and the high, but it's going to give you on average that movement. We're looking to get 60 pips, which is not ambitious. It's not looking to get 90 pips or 100 pips. We're just looking to get 60, which means that our likelihood of actually getting that amount of pip movement within that day, as long as we have our direction correct and we've done that stuff beforehand, we should be able to more times than not get our take profit that we're looking for. The only time that we'll get the stop loss is if that we were wrong about the market direction. So for me, all I look to get really is the market direction correct. And I'm using a daily time chart, a 4-hour time chart, and 2 hourly time charts in coagulation with my strategy. These are actually how my strategies are based, and I have currency indicators and all of that kind of stuff. Those things help me to map out. Those things actually help me to map out whether or not the market is going to be going up or down for the very next day. And if I can figure out whether or not the market is going to be going up or down for the very next day, it really helps me to have confidence that it's going to hit our take profit regardless. Whether it be in 8 hours, 24 hours, or 48 hours, I'm going to have extreme confidence that it's going to hit my take profit if we get the right direction. If we don't get the right direction, then it's going to hit our stop loss. But the beauty is that our stop loss is only at 40 pips, so we're actually not losing that much. And to be honest with you, if you're getting 150% return on every single trade, you don't actually need to be over a 50% win rate to be in profit. Actually, if you did have a 50% win rate, if you won half of your trades, you would technically be in profit. So that's just one thing to keep in mind with that. Also on the flip side, Nadex is going very well. Last week we had a 71% win rate. We started off this week very well too. We have a trade in now and it's still ITM. So we're waiting until it expires at 3 p.m. We see how actually we have 2 trades in now and both of them looking pretty good. So we're waiting until those expire at 3 p.m. So thank you guys for tuning in to this indicated class. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. Please be smart and vigilant in your trading. Make sure that you are doing the behind scenes work before you're making decisions. Don't just make blind decisions, because blind trading will get you nowhere in the end. You may have a few lucky runs. You may get the things that you want, but after a while, things are going to falter. They're going to fall, and you're going to find yourself in a place of searching for a better way to do things. And if by watching my indicated classes, if you're in my educational group, if you're getting those recommendations, I'm telling you there are plenty of ways that you can grow your trading skill just by doing the behind scenes work. If you want to join Simple Forex Options, which is $25 a month, $25 a month subscription, all you have to do is follow the details in the description. You just click on my Facebook page, add me as a friend, shoot me a message. Make sure you add me as a friend. You shoot me a message, let me know that you want the details or more details on how to join the group. And after you shoot me the Facebook message, I will send you the details on how you can join the group, what you have to do once you join, and bam, you'll be in there receiving signals, and it'll be money. So also too, as you guys can know, the price is always prorated. So the beginning of the month is going to be $25, which is one of the cheapest groups that you can find on the web. Most groups, you're going to be paying $80 to $90 to $60 to $100+ per month just to get their signals. And to be honest with you, it's not even that. The quality is probably the same. So that's one thing that you want to keep in mind before you start paying those big bucks for signals. So yeah, mine's is very cheap, $25 a month. That's literally nothing. You're talking about $6.25 per week to trade, and that's one burger per week that you may buy from from your little fast food restaurant or whatever it may be. So that's something to keep in mind. Make sure you follow those details. Simple Forex Options. Thank you guys for tuning in. And also, if you're a beginner, if you need help, please check out my book at simpleforexoptions.net. And the book is only $8. I made it very cheap so that everyone can afford it. And it's literally an ultimate guide to Forex investing. Breaks everything down and show you guys examples, pictures, and all that kind of stuff so that you can understand what you're doing when you're trading and what's going on in the Forex market. So thank you guys for tuning in. Simple Forex Options. Deuces.